Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Got a lot of people showing up. Look at this. This is great. Roxana, just so you know, I've just upgraded you to become the interpreter for the Romanian line, so you should now be able to enter as an interpreter. Okay, we're going to give it just another minute while everyone's filtering in because the number is still climbing. Still climbing.
I don't want to steal time to our speaker, of course, but I'm expecting more than 200, 250.
Okay. Great, thank you. So we'll give it a few more seconds before we get started. Welcome, everybody. We're just giving time for those who are just joining us. We're just giving a little bit of time for everyone to filter in because our numbers are still climbing pretty quickly. We'll get started in just a minute.
Nel frattempo, per le traduzioni per l'italiano, cliccate sopra interpretariato, in basso a destra il globo e avrete il nostro fantastico Mike che vi farà la traduzione simultanea in italiano. Erwin.
Bonjour à tous, bienvenue à cet appel ce soir qui est très spécial, vous le savez. Vous pouvez rejoindre Véronique dans la salle de traduction en français, on vous attend. On commence dans un instant, merci.
Thank you. Liviu?
Bună seara! Bine ați venit tuturor! Vă urez un călduros bine ați venit! Ne așteptăm la un webinar minunat în seara aceasta și vom afla vești extraordinare pe care Usana ne le aduce.
Great, thank you so much. All right, our numbers are still climbing, but out of respect for everyone's time, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I just wanted to take a moment and welcome everybody officially to our webinar where we are kicking off the Metabolism Plus as our newest product in the USANA Europe portfolio. It's been a tremendous process to bring this product in. In the background, there have been literally hundreds of employees throughout the company who have touched this product to see it come into the European market. And we couldn't be more thrilled about it. Some of us have had an opportunity to start using the product in advance so we could start trialing it. And I have to tell you, it's immediately one of my favorite products in the entire USANA portfolio. And coming from the United States, I've had the advantage of being able to test lots of other products that we don't have in Europe yet. We're so lucky to have one of the very best products that you can possibly buy now in our portfolio. We're really, really excited about that. I want to quickly say thank you so much. And of course, not all of them are here, but some of the people on this call and many who aren't were part of that project. And I have to say thank you to them for their tireless effort in getting the product into Europe. And in a really quick amount of time, actually. This was one of the fastest turnaround times from the time of deciding that we wanted the product to the time that we actually launched that we've ever seen in the company. And so if you bump into anyone from regulatory, from project management, from R&D, from the scientist team, make sure that you give them a really big, warm thank you for all of their hard work to get this product into our market. With that, I don't want to take too much of your time because I know that most of you are here because you want to learn about this great product. And so I'm going to turn the time over to our host, who's going to be hosting the call, Ms. Raffaella Orlandi.
Yeah, you pronounce my name complete. That's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I just I need to roll the R a little bit though, right? Raffaele Orlandi.
Well, that's great. I think that's the first time I heard you pronouncing my name. So yeah, I just can echo what Devon said. It has been a fantastic and amazing job from everybody in the company. I'm in the company just for 6 years, but I never seen such high level of commitment, and the captain of this initiative is Devon. Without him, is my dog. Without him, it's impossible to carry over this this great adventure. So, first of all, let's start speaking about metabolism in general, because we want, yes, to promote our product, but we want, yes, on the other side also to promote healthy habits to support a healthy lifestyle, so to have our great new product to better working. So for this is here, some of you already know her. Cristina Orlandini is an Italian nutritionist and dietitian, and unfortunately for us, she chose to live in the French High Alps because the quality of the air and because her need to be in contact with the nature. So she completed her studies in dietetics in the training center of Lyon, Grenoble, and Marseille, where she graduated. And for several years, she has worked both in their practice and in various clinics. Actually, at present, she's helping the Grenoble Hospital for study about endometriosis. So, and her studies were specialized in care of kids with respiratory problems, adults with metabolic, that's why, and digestive disease and rehabilitation. Okay, she's particularly sensitive and to high-level athletes nutrition. For example, she's carrying Elisa Nakab, who's an athlete. Elisa is a European champion of ski freestyle. Nathalie Benoit, she's gold, silver, and bronze medal in rowing. Okay, her passion for her profession drives her to continuously train, knowing that science is not fixed and it evolves with experimentation and clinical study. Among her training, we mentioned phytotherapy, nutritional education, blood balance analysis, and now endometriosis. So, Cristina, we are very pleased to have you here with us, and I don't want to steal more time from your presentation and give you the scene.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rafa, and your English is much better than mine. So sorry for the old interpreter, my English is not very good. Since I'm in France, there is French coming outside my tongue. So I will try my best, okay? Let's start to share my screen, right? Can I? Okay. So first of all, and then like this. Okay. So how to speed up metabolism? How to speed up metabolism? I would like to start saying this. There are so many patients coming. I often say, please, I would like to rise my metabolism a little bit because I think my metabolism is pretty low. I say, are you sure you have some malfunction, or what is that? I don't know. Okay, you have some malfunction or some thyroid problem, for example. They say, no, my blood test, everything is fine. Just think that it's very low. So let me tell you, as I know since now, most of the time is not a lower metabolism problem. It's our what? It's our lifestyle. Okay. people also ask about maybe it's some genes. I mean, it's my genes family. That's why I'm fat. Okay, can be something, a part of the gene can be implicated inside it, but most of the time it's not that. And I don't know if you like to watch old pictures. I love it. I couldn't have no time to find old pictures of my family, so I was find this on the internet. Actually, I think it's from Bulgaria, and I really like it. It probably is about 100 years ago or something. And you can check also if you look at the pictures of your grandfather, grandmother, or your great-grandfather's grandmother, you can see that people weren't so much fat. There were so much people overweight or obese like today. Can you see? This is just a little cheeky, but not really. You couldn't see people so overweight in a very obesity problem. And you know what? No gym, no class, and not fat-free at that time, right? Something that's coming now. So it's really, really most of the time our problem is the lifestyle. Look at that pictures on the right side. What can make you think about it? Well, it's a classic lifestyle pretty much of today. It's funny because I'm Italian, and you know, Rafa, most of the people think that we eat slow food, we drink a little wine at lunchtime, we take time. I mean, this is for the tourists. This is long time. This is not like that anymore. We are rushing most of the time when we are in the public transportation, or we are driving, or we are hypnotized in front of the screen, and we almost jam our meal at the lunchtime most of the time. So she's typical. Maybe she eats more junk food than other people, but this is pretty much our society. Okay, we eat in front of the screen. We have no time. We don't eat healthy things with the nutrient that need really to manage our needs in our body, our organs, our cells. And plus, we eat in the worst way. We don't chew, so our gut is not very good. And what else? What do you think about it when you see this girl? Do you think she's relaxed? Well, I don't think so. She really evocates some stressed life. And stress is a very important fact of the overweight problem. Okay, so there's a big difference, and no genes different, just a big lifestyle different. I don't want to stay long time the graphics, because graphics are pretty boring. I don't know if Austin will show some graphics, so if we show some graphics, sorry about that if I talk about boring. But just 2 seconds. This is show worldwide, is a graphic worldwide, from 1975 to 214, and you can see all part Asia, the red one, the line of red one, which is the lower one, Africa, world, other part, and all up we have North America and Europe. And trust me that I have other graphics that show between 214 and till right now 223, and the curves just continuing to increase. So in what 40 years was increased in what 27% of obesity. This is nothing with genes, it's just really our style. We have to do that something. Okay, so how we can running and have some tricks to use to burn more. Maybe here there's somebody that's gonna hate me because I put at the first level the fast, spend too much hours in a day without it, okay, or just snacking. But today, like I said before, sorry about that. Like I said before, when we saw on the other slide the pictures of the lady, many times we don't even eat. Okay, we spend many hours without eating, and there is also some fashion today that thinks that it's that I don't know if I pronounce in a good way. Sorry about that. It's intermittent fasting. Did I pronounce? Can you understand? Is it good? Yeah. So many people. I don't say that this is not good. There are many publications, many science results that say it can be for some kind of disease. But if you are in shape, if you are pretty healthy, you should eat and split up your day amount of calories in 3 or 4 meals. What happens if you stay long time, like 10 hours, without eating? Well, first of all, you stress your body. Okay, and we don't want to stress. The intermittent fasting can increase the cortisol hormones, which is the first stress hormone. And what it does, it raises the glucose to face the dangers, like here, like on the right side. But we have no problem with the savage animals, and we don't have to run far away from them. Okay, we are in front of our screen, we are in front of our computer. So when there is all this glucose in our blood vessels, what's happened? There is another hormone called insulin. Everybody knows pretty much these hormones from the pancreas. And the insulin is another hormone that, if it is too much, can increase fat. Okay, all these. And most of the time, I don't say to everybody because we are all different. That's what I always say to my patient. We are all different, but most of the time, this is the process. Cortisol after stress, fasting, glucose, insulin, fat. And most of that fat is a fat that's concentrated on our belly. Don't know if I say in a good way, but viscerals, I don't remember, visceral viscerals, well, in our belly. Okay, and this is the worst fat we can have, because what there is here, there are all our important organs for the digestion. So this can cause other things like insulin resistance, but I don't want to go too far about that. So the better thing is to split up our calorie in 3-4 meals. If you are craving for sugar, which we know is not very good because too much sugar increase our insulin, and our insulin can increase and create fat in our body. The better thing is that you take your portion of sweet, your dessert, at the end of your meal. Okay, not between. Then there are also many people that they can really eat at the breakfast. They say, oh, I can really eat. I want to vomit. I want to throw up. Excuse me about this expression, but it's really what I hear many times. So what are we gonna do? Just eat? Obligate? No. it's better always to not eat when you are not hungry, in order to not change the balance of how can I say, I don't find the names, but what's called set point. Set point is one balance in your body that decide how much you have eat about for your genes and your needs. If you restrain and we go outside these needs, natural needs, probably we go change our set point, which is not good at all for our weight. Okay. Fat free. What we said before, there wasn't fat free before, and I like, when I go to the grocery, I like to watch what people buy. Maybe because it's my job to watch the habits, or I don't know, just watch a little bit. And I see that most of the people that eat fat free, that buy fat free, they are not skinny. Just go check to the grocery next time with me and see what people buy light and light. They are not less fat than the others. Okay. And when I was working in the clinic specialized in metabolism disease, above all concentrate to the liver, like the alcoholic or obesity. And I asked them, what you used to eat during the day? Many times, believe me, they says, they told me once a day. Most of the time, once a day, or snacking all the time. But it was rarely that I found in that clinic the obesity that eat 3 meals regular every day. So this is a very important to me for your metabolism. Okay, and fat-free increase more insulin. I don't say to eat fat just because we have to eat fat, but think about it, that a healthy person, beside a particular situation, has, for example, before a competition, okay, but beside this period, a healthy, normal people to go to the office and then sometime to the gym and take care of the children and stuff like that, like everybody, needs between 35 and 40% of the daily amount, that calorie in fat. See, it's almost off of 100%. This doesn't mean that we need to eat bad fats, but the healthy fat is very good, and it's not a problem for our metabolism, or if you want lose weight. Let's tell me this in a little kids way, okay? If I give a good fat, okay, you can see a good fat, is pictures. When it arrives in our body, our nervous system says, this is good. I can use for this, this, and this. So in some way, I can burn easily that kind of fat. If I give a bad fat, like fat in the industrial food and transformed food, like for example, in the French fries, or some dips, when it's arriving in my body says, okay, it's a fat, but I don't really know how to use it, so just keep it. and store somewhere. So we store on the belly or more on the legs and hips for the woman. Just keep it. Never know one day if I need that. Okay. And also, when I eat fat-free, I increase the insulin, which is not good. We saw before. And I will back maybe to the other before, if I am able to. How can I? Done. Okay. Back at this one again. That one after. Gone. I'm not very good with the computer. Okay, this one. When I eat just one time a day, no fat, what's happened? My body, well, my nervous system says, you give me one a day, okay. Last time that you give me a meal, I just try to keep everything, because I don't know next time that you give me again a food. We are really not very different from our ancestors about that. Our nervous system doesn't know that we have food, we can have food all the time in our society. So if you remember that you eat just sometimes, he said, okay, I will keep everything. Believe me, I saw on the French Alps, not in my department, but in the Savoy, it's called Savoie, where there is the most high mountain, the Mont Blanc. It's a very famous Mont Blanc. I saw really once patient could hike to the Mont Blanc with a salad and tomatoes. Okay, just a salad. Really, no fat inside, no olive oil, just a salad. And she's not skinny. She's just normal, but her body used to do so many things and spend so many energy with the salad. That's why if you eat once a day, will be very difficult to lose a weight, because your metabolism became low in order to face that problem. Is understandable what I say? Yeah. Okay. Then I could finish with some tricks that can help, but nothing is a miracle. Okay, lifestyle, nothing's a miracle, but just a little things. The most important: exercise, workout, just move. Do whatever you like, but just move and try every single day. What's happened when you move? You spend energy, but you don't spend a lot of energy. Don't think about it. Okay, I take a walk for 30 minutes, then I can eat a hamburger. No, it's not like that. But regular person cannot, the big athlete, but regular person can increase or spend between 15 and 30 is already a lot, but between 15 and 30% of the metabolism in moving. So you could say, what about the rest? The rest is not coming from moving or your exercise. The rest coming from the basal metabolism rate, which is that proceeds that builds and destructs and build, called catabolic and anabolic, to do all things in your body. Okay, this is the metabolism, which is even if you sleep, or even if you're on your couch, Your metabolism is working to do that, and this is the most important. Okay. If you exercise and if you eat in a good way, you have usually who more, who less, but you build your muscles. And the muscles is the tissue that burns more calories. Okay, fat is lazy. Our fat doesn't really burst calorie. The rest is water. No, it's the protein inside the muscles. It's the muscles. Okay. So more muscle you have, more your basal metabolism rate will be high. And that's why many times men eat more than us. Women, we say, my husband can eat like a pig. And I just watch him and I gain weight and he eats. And I hear that many times. It's not always like this, but why usually men has a high metabolism than the ladies? Because they have, for the genetic way, they have more muscles. And this is what burns. So exercise and eat in a good way can high your muscle and so increase your basal metabolism. Be careful, enough protein. You need enough protein to build muscles, but not really between your exercise, you're moving, but in order to build after exercise. It's very important. It doesn't mean you have to eat too much protein. I suggest you to check with a certified nutrition doctor, okay? Because if you eat no less or too much protein, it could be dangerous after a while, really dangerous for your health. So the good amount of protein intake will be very good to build muscles and muscle to burn calories. Then there are other little tricks. Caffeine, okay, many studies and probably Austin will talk about that, can raise a thermogenic effect. So this means burns calorie more. Okay, increase your metabolism. Fermented food, like most common we have in France, it's so good. It's come from Northeast, and it's sour cabbage because it's pretty acid, and something that it's acid is against too much insulin. And we saw before that we don't want to secrete too much insulin in our blood vessels. But the same way, vinegar, okay, this not means to drink a bottle of vinegar, okay, this is not good for your stomach at all, but some acid in your plate can help what I said before, like fermented food. We go a little out from my job, which is cold shower. If you're not used to, be careful. Don't just start with start from 37 to 15 degrees your shower, okay? Slowly. But this is something else that can high a little bit your metabolism. Stay in the fresh temperature. I'm pretty lucky about that. I'm cold now, but I know most of you are not in this situation. So I can say that during summer, spring, or even sometime autumn. But at least in the winter time, if you can, just don't spend time at 25 degrees, okay? 18. It's better to wear something warm than stay in the warm, too much warm place. That's not good. Also during night, don't sleep 25, sleep between 16 and 18 degrees. This can help what's called brown fat, which is brown fat is our tissue that is specialized on increase the temperature in your body when you are freezing, when you are cold, and this make you spend calories and increase your metabolism again. If you like chili, so chili is another thermogenic effect like a caffeine, but I don't suggest you to eat chili at the dinner time. It can affect the night. And then large amount of vegetable. This is good for everybody all the time for all reason besides some disease, okay? Donc, large amount of vegetable, this is buffers the insulin because the fibers can maintain the glucose low, and we don't want glucose high on the blood vessels. Protein also. Protein is the nutrient that burns more calories. All the proceed to digest, transport, create DNA of the protein. It's the proceed more high in energy consumed. That means that you spend more calorie digesting protein than fat and glucose. So this is another good trick. And before that you are too tired, maybe I just finish here and leave my place to Austin. That would be very interesting to hear. Okay.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you so much for your tricks and tips, and we will try to follow them. We are approaching the hot topics with our beloved scientist, Austin Weinegger. He's the Director of Health and Science Education Development. Austin joined USANA's product development team in 2011. It was his first job after graduating the University of Utah with a bachelor's degree in biology. He's loved working at USANA ever since then. In his time in USANA, Austin has filled a few different roles within the product development team. He has organized research for product validation and substance testing. He has participated in product ideation and now focus on customer education. This is why he's here, to help customer understanding and master the science behind USANA's top quality products. Austin created and now manages AskTheScientist.com website. So he's the father of Ask the Scientist website. When it's not at work, Austin enjoys mountain biking, sky skiing, and weightlifting. So, wow, Austin, you're great. So now it's up to you to introduce us into the Metabolism Plus product. Thank you, Austin.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm actually going to pick up almost right where we left off with Christina's presentation. So she was talking a little bit about at the end there about basically ways our bodies burn calories. And so that's kind of this chart here I'm going to jump right into. And this is what's called lipolysis. So this is breaking down fat cells into fatty acids, glycerol, so they can become energy in our body. And we use that energy. And that's how basically metabolism occurs with stored energy. This is how we lose fat, is by breaking it down through this lipolysis process. So that stimulus at the very bottom there, that bottom center, there's a few different things you can look at as stimuli, and that's what we were looking at when we at USANA, the research and development team, were looking to develop a product that helps increase the metabolism, can help encourage fat burn within the body. We were looking at what will stimulate this lipolysis process. How do we break down fat? So we heard about cold, how cold water, cold shower, even just being cold outdoors can actually stimulate this brown fat metabolism is one term for it, but there's a few different ways you can call that. Fasting is something that can actually directly, even outside of the calorie deficit, fasting on itself can actually turn on this process and turn on that individual little signaling molecule, CAMP, that we see there. And as we were doing some of the research at USANA, we found that there's actually a number of different micronutrients or different foods or things out there that can actually, dietary-wise, mimic these same things and turn on this lipolysis process within the body. And so that's essentially what you'll find in Metabolism Plus. Some of these have secondary benefits, but we've included a handful of ingredients that have solid evidence showing they can turn on CAMP and in turn, turn on this fat breaking process called lipolysis within the body. So lipolysis is really what we're targeting here. And to kind of look more broadly, what happens is the mitochondria within your body helps turn the fat into ATP. It gives you energy, but you have to be able to use that energy too. So I don't want to give you the wrong impression here. This isn't going to make you lose weight on your own, but what it does, it makes it a little bit easier for you to utilize that energy. It can help you break past some of those points if you are dieting or if you are trying to lose some weight. We've all hit those where there's a wall where we're still doing the right things, but we haven't lost any weight in 3, 4, 5 days or even a couple of weeks. The goal of this is to really help keep your metabolism active so it doesn't slow down, and those basically those tough points don't last quite as frequently and quite as long. And so kind of here's that summary of that intelligence process that we use in this. You've probably heard that with some of the other USANA's products. We use intelligence anytime we're talking about cell signaling molecules within USANA products. And so here's basically that example. So you're looking at basically a dietary ingredient in the green there that can mimic the same as cold exposure, fasting, or a number of other things to introduce these metabolic processes. So what are the ingredients that we're including in Metabolism Plus? We have polycodone, grandiflorous root extract, green tea extract, and 2 different citrus bioflavonoids, hesperidin and naringin. And I'll walk through each of those one by one and why we choose to include those individual ingredients. So this platycodone glandiflorous root extract does have an easier name to pronounce. It has a nickname called balloon flower, is what it's called for short. It actually has quite a long history of usage. It has several hundred years of usage in traditional Chinese medicine. And that's something that we're finding as we're doing a lot of this research on some of our intelligence products at USANA is a lot of these ingredients that different cultures around the world have been taking for hundreds of years just haven't been researched as well until the last decade, kind of in modern scientific methodologies, but we're finding they really do have a lot of research to substantiate them. So we've included balloon flower in Metabolism Plus because there's a number of both animal studies and human studies showing that it plays a few important roles in weight management and helping support your metabolism. So first, the root itself contains compounds that have been shown in these studies to help basically increase energy expenditure. So your body burns a few extra calories throughout the day. So that's one of the ways this ingredient helps and why we're including it. There's also some research showing that this particular ingredient can help reduce appetite within the body. And then finally, there's additional research showing it can help improve insulin sensitivity. So with insulin sensitivity increased, your body can basically use sugar a little bit better and is less likely to store excess calories as fat. So those are some of the reasons that we're including this particular ingredient. Other beneficial aspects of balloon flour that aren't exactly related to metabolism also has a lot of great anti-inflammatory effects, some antioxidant effects, and has been shown to potentially help support the immune system a little bit as well. So it's a pretty neat ingredient. It's one we've been looking at for a while, and this product was a perfect place to include that. We were finally ready to develop this individual product. The next one is green tea extract. So this is one that's probably more common. You might have seen it in weight loss products before. You might have heard about just drinking green tea can help support your metabolism. It does that through a couple of different ways. First, green tea has a little bit of caffeine in it, which this product does as well. We have about 25 milligrams of caffeine in the product. But green tea actually has its own benefits on its own, and it kind of works in synergy with that caffeine from the green tea. So the caffeine actually helps increase absorption and works synergistically with a compound called ECG or EGCG that's found inside green tea. So EGCG is a type of catechin, which is basically a special categorization of plant molecule. And in particular, EGCG has been shown to help break down fatty acid tissue. And it does that through some of these same mechanisms I was talking about earlier, through that basically mimicking cold weather or mimicking fasting or any of these things that upregulate metabolism and increase CAMP. It's one of these ingredients that's been shown to help improve lipolysis within the body. So that's why we've included the green tea extract with EGCG and caffeine. And then finally, I'll touch on the citrus bioflavonoids. So it's actually two of them here. We include naringin and hesperidin. We've included these in particular because they're higher in some of the particular phytochemicals we're looking for, but lots of different citrus plants have individual ingredients and bioflavonoids that are known to help support fat burn. And these two are kind of the most important with that intelligence aspect of the product. The balloon flour partially contributes to that, but it also has several other benefits. The green tea is kind of a couple other benefits plus that lipolysis process, but these ones here are really the ones that are primarily targeted at that lipolysis process. And so they help encourage fat breakdown within the body. So then you can actually go out and use that energy. It's, once again, this isn't going to lose the weight for you. The fat breaks down and your body's just going to store it right back up again if you don't go use it. So you do have to watch your diet. You do have to eat healthy. You do need to probably increase your exercise a little bit. Lift some weights, build muscle, but this will help as a part of that complete process. There's lots of different things you can be doing in your daily life to really support that process. This product, for those of you who might be new to USANA, this product, like all of USANA's tablets, are actually made in our own in-house facility. So we have over 150 different scientists at USANA. We also work with a bunch of third-party organizations. So this includes people who are microbiologists, chemists, people who specifically even just focus their research looking at the tableting process itself. And the reason this might be important is even a great product like Metabolism Plus, if it's not manufactured in a high quality way, if it's not including high quality ingredients, then those benefits won't reach the people that we're building it for. And so that's part of what's so important about manufacturing and high quality products for those of us in the product development team at USANA. With that, I'll conclude. It was just kind of a brief little summary of the product there. If you have any other questions about the product, I'd recommend first going to askthescientist.com. I have a page all about Metabolism Plus that kind of has the formula on there that you have there. It has a little bit of research about all the ingredients on it. And then if you have more questions through that website, you can actually email my team and we can answer your individual questions. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Austin. As always, you're great, and you really led us in the journey in the metabolism plus. So maybe everybody's interested to know the price of this fantastic product. So I don't want to wait more and show you what the prices are in the different countries. So we're a small differentiation. In Italy, Germany, UK, and the Netherlands, the product is registered, so could be both for personal use, but also could be sold to the customer. So, and the preferred price is always 55 euros and corresponding to 32 points. In UK, 48 pounds and still 32 points. Then we have countries where the product is for NFR. This acronym is for not for resale. That means that you can buy the product. The product is the Metabolism Plus. It's in your shop. So Spain, Romania, France, Belgium, but you cannot, the product is meant just for personal consumption. So again, Spain, France, and Belgium has a preferred price of 55 euros and 32 SVP, while in Romania, 270 RON and 32 points. So with that said, I will leave 10 minutes for question, and I invite you all to have a look in the Ask the Scientist website. There is a section dedicated to Metabolism Plus, so where you can find all your answer. And just in case, email Austin team. They are very quick and smart in the answer. So let's see. So first of all, we cannot answer here to question regarding specific disease. So for that, you need to ask your doctor, okay? So I'm referring to Cyril, to Alessia, and Winston. So in the NFR, the question is from Cyril, I understand, if a preferred customer can order the NFR product. I guess yes, correct me, Erwin, if I'm wrong, but it's yes, it's in the shop sheet. So how long, this is for Austin. Austin, how long, how many pills a day? The three times a day, I can answer you, but how long is suggested to take the Metabolism Plus, Austin? In the meantime, I confirm you that in NFR, you can, the preferred customer can buy the product. So Austin, it's a seasonal product, it's a cycle product. We can take metabolism for all our life. What's about?
Yep, that's exactly correct. So it's, as you said, 3 tablets per day, and it's all ingredients that have good long-term safety data on them. You can take them for as long as you'd like to continue taking the product.
Okay. So another question, because there is the tea extract, so caffeine. So can I take Metabolism Plus after 7 p.m.?
You can. So product, I guess that's one thing to address. A lot of other USANA products, you might take all the pills at once. These I'd probably typically recommend splitting them up into separate doses throughout the day. But they do have a little bit of caffeine in there. 25 milligrams isn't a lot. So for most people, you could do your last dose around 7 p.m.
It's mostly nothing.
Yeah, but if you're particularly sensitive to caffeine, you might want to take it a couple hours before that, maybe your last pill at 2 or 3 o'clock in the day. So it could be worth trying once, but I wouldn't do it later than that.
Yeah. So it is recommended to take it during the meals, like for the other USANA products.
Yes.
So Cherry is asking, but I guess you, Austin, you already mentioned it. Have USANA conducted human studies on this product that have shown success with weight loss?
We have not done a weight loss study with the product. This is one that had a lot of ingredients with individual research on them as well already. So there's a few different methods we do when we're looking at products. Sometimes we are going off a lot of existing research. Sometimes we're going off of our own independent research. We're continuing to do some further research on this, but we don't have anything published at this moment. We're doing mostly or using mostly existing research for this, which there was a lot of for these particular ingredients.
There are some specific food that we need to avoid that can be can make the action of metabolism weaker.
Not that I'm particularly aware of. It's mostly dose dependent. You know, there's nothing that's going to interfere with the product. Kind of some of the stuff Christina talked about, there are obviously, you know, dose dependent things. Protein's a little bit better for metabolism than high amounts of carbs. But as long as you're eating a moderate amount of calories, an overall well-balanced diet that has good balance of healthy fats, not too excessive in sugar, some fiber, a lot of protein in it. Really, that should be your goal for a diet. There isn't necessarily one bad food, I would say, from a metabolism point of view.
So last question, and it's just a product for adults. It's not a product from teens. For teens.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, it's just designed for adults.
Okay, so all the other questions are concern specific situation or disease. So again, ask your doctor for that, or ask directly our scientist. I want to really thank Austin and Christina for their time and their professionalism with us. Our great interpreters are always available. It's nighttime in Europe and they are there helping us. The dream team, the sales dream team, and of course, our captain, Devon Foster. So thank you so much, everybody. And thank the company. I thank you, the company, for this incredible effort to put in so short time this product on the market. So have a great evening, everybody. Thank you again. Bye.
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Rafa. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Christina.